Revealing taxation, understanding its role in society and the economy. Unpacking taxation, the foundation of government, revenue, and services. Taxation 101, tracing its impact on economic growth and public welfare. Taxation demystified, understanding its critical role in society. Fundamentals of taxation, linking history, economy, and the train law.
Good day, I'm Jill, and welcome to our Page News. In today's special report, we'll take a closer look at the groundbreaking tax reform for acceleration and inclusion, train law, which is changing the way taxes work in the Philippines.
That's right, Jill. Signed into law by President Duterte in December 2017, the train law aims to simplify tax system, reduce income tax for millions of Filipinos, and generate the necessary revenue for vital public services and infrastructure projects. Let's break down the key feature of this historic reform.
One of the most significant changes under the train law is the adjustment of income tax rates. From January 1, 2018 until 2022, the law reduces income tax for many Filipinos.
Ken is here to tell us more about the income tax adjustment. Under the train law, Ken, what can you tell us about the changes that will impact workers' tax rates?
Thanks, Ash. For individual earning up to 250,000 pesos a year, there is no income tax, providing much-needed relief for low-income workers. The tax brackets now range from 20% to 35%, depending on a person's annual income.
Here's a quick look at how the new rates work. 250,000 pesos to 400,000 pesos is taxed at 20%. 400,000 pesos to 800,000 pesos is taxed at 25%. 800,000 pesos to 2 million pesos is taxed at 30%. 2 million to 8 million pesos is taxed at 32%. And for those earning more than 8 million pesos, the tax rate is 35%.
Now, let's check in with Steph, who's on the ground to tell us about the major win for minimum wage earners under the train law. Steph, what can you share with us?
Thanks, Jill. In a major win for minimum wage earner, those who earn the statutory minimum wage are exempt from income tax. This also includes holiday pay, overtime pay, night shift differential, and hazard pay. This is a significant relief for many low-income workers across the country.
That's right, Steph. And the train law also offers a 90,000 pesos tax exemption for 13-month pay and other similar benefits. This is a big boost for employees, especially as we approach the holiday season.
Now, let's check in with Elaine, who's out in the field with more on the changes to the VAT threshold for small businesses. Elaine, what can you tell us about how this will affect entrepreneurs?
Thanks, Ash, for businesses. The VAT threshold has also been raised to 3 million pesos. Small businesses with annual sales below this amount will no longer need to register for VAT, but will instead pay a 3% tax on their quarterly sales. This is a great simplification for small businesses and potential boost for their growth.
The law also increases excise taxes on certain goods like fuel, sugar, sweetened beverages, and automobiles. While these measures are expected to generate more revenue for the government, they have sparked some concerns about increased costs for consumers. Dre is here to tell us more about this. Dre, over to you.
Thanks, Jill. Yes, the government expects that these excise taxes will raise much needed funds for infrastructure projects. However, critics argue that these taxes could place a burden on low-income families, especially those who rely on basic goods and transportation.
It's valid concern, Ray. Critics argue that higher excise taxes might burden lower-income families. However, the government has assured that these taxes are essential for funding public services and infrastructures, such as the Build program. In response to these concerns, the government emphasized that lower-income groups will benefit from the income tax cuts, and the additional revenue will support critical programs like education, healthcare, and public infrastructures.
Ang simulan, isang hakbang para sa kinabukasan. Ating buwis, ating tungkulin. Ito ang landas nating tatahakin. Hangga't pa Pinas, tayo walang maliit kung sama-sama. Uusbong ang bagong pag-asa. Ating iwagayway ang bandila. Malaki man o bumunti, lahat ay kabahagi. Handa ka na ba sa iyong tungkulin? Pagsulong ng bayan, ating lithiin. Angat pa Pinas, tayo ang haligi ng bukas. Ating tungkulin ang buwis natin, Pinas. Ating pampaangatin, ating pampaangatin.
Secretary of Finance Carlos Dominguez recently stated that tax reform will drive economic growth by generating more revenue to fund the government's infrastructure projects. He believed this will not only improve the country's roads and public services, but will also create more jobs and support small businesses. To discuss these potential impacts, we're joined today by economic analyst Dr. Roselian Palomas, small business owner Ms. Arabella Mopon, and tax lawyer Attorney Nilgaj Maghani. Welcome to all of you.
Let's start with you, Dr. Palomas. Secretary Dominguez focus on infrastructure development seems like a key driver for economic growth. How do you think these improvements in infrastructure will impact the economy in the long run?
Thank you, Ash. It's clear that infrastructure investment is essential for boosting long-term economic growth. By improving transportation networks and public facilities, we reduce inefficiencies and costs for businesses.
This leads to higher productivity and competitiveness, particularly in the regions. Improved infrastructure also attracts foreign investments, which in turn helps create more jobs, ultimately benefiting the wider economy.
That's an excellent point, and Ms. Arabella, as a small business owner, the law also provides some significant changes that could benefit the entrepreneurs. How do you think the tax reforms and infrastructure improvements will help businesses like yours?
Well, Jill, the reduction in income taxes for businesses and the increased VAT threshold are already very encouraging. But I think the real game changer will be the infrastructure projects. For small business owners, having better access to markets and customers is crucial, and improved roads and public transportation will make it easier for us to reach new customers. Also, creating jobs through these infrastructure projects will likely increase the purchasing power of more Filipinos, which ultimately boosts demand for products and services like ours.
That's right insight, Ms. Arabella. Attorney Maghana is a tax expert who's seen the impact of tax reforms on both businesses and individuals. What's your take on how the train law is designed to create a balance between economic growth and fiscal sustainability?
Thank you, Ash. The train law is designed with both short-term and long-term goals in mind. The immediate effect of raising revenue through taxes, especially excise tax and VAT, allows the government to fund critical infrastructure projects. But from a legal perspective, the reforms also provide relief to individuals, particularly lower income earners, through tax exemption and lower rates. In terms of policy, the tax structure aims to modernize the system and make it more equitable. While there are concerns about the impact of higher excise taxes, these are necessary to ensure that the government has the resources to fund public services and infrastructure projects that benefit everyone in the long run.
So, Attorney Maghanoy, you're saying that while there may be some short-term challenges, the reforms are ultimately structured to benefit the country as a whole. Ms. Arabella, do you agree with Attorney Maghanoy's view that these changes are necessary for fiscal sustainability?
Yes, absolutely. As a business owner, it's not just about immediate savings. It's also about building a more sustainable economy. The infrastructure improvements that will be funded by these tax reforms are what will truly drive long-term growth. So while we might see some price increases in the short term, these investments will make the economy more efficient and help small businesses like mine thrive in the long run.
Dr. Palomas, based on what we've heard today, it seems that the train law has the potential to foster economic growth and create more opportunities for small businesses. But do you foresee any challenges in the initial stage of its implementation?
Absolutely, Ash. There will definitely be challenges. The rollout of large infrastructure projects takes time, and there will likely be some public pushback regarding increased excise taxes. However, I believe that once the benefits of improved infrastructure become more visible, like better roads, faster transport, more job opportunities, people will start to see the values of these reforms. Patience will be key, but the long-term payoff should be significant.
Thank you, Dr. Palamas, Ms. Arabella, and Attorney Maghanoy for your valuable insights. It's clear that while there will be some challenges in the short term, the long-term benefits of the train law have potential to the boost of economy, create jobs, and support small businesses. It's clear that the train law is a significant shift in the country's fiscal landscape, with its focus on the tax relief for local income earners, simplification of tax rates, and long-term economic goals. The law aims to modernize the country's tax system while addressing social needs.
As we continue to monitor the implementation of the train will keep you updated on its impact on Filipino families, businesses, and the national economy.
That's all for today's special report on train law. I'm Jill.
And I am Ash. Thank you for joining us here at RIPH News. Stay informed and well.